Obituaries are sponsored by Colonial Funeral Home and Stokes Chapel, Fair, Ray, and Perry Spencer Funeral Homes, Boone & Cook Funeral Home and Crematory.
Two announcements from Ray Funeral Home. Tim Carl Coleman, 84, of Stoneville, died September 16th. Graveside services are tomorrow at 1 at Trent Family Cemetery, Pastor Ronnie Cheney officiating. He was born in Rockingham County and is survived by wife Lazora Adkins Coleman of the Home, son Thomas Coleman and wife Deborah of Stoneville, sister Ramella Oakley and husband John of Smithfield, brother Larry Brame and wife April of Stoneville, 2 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the American Heart Association. Connie Ruth Goins, Grandma, 66, died September 16th. Funeral services are tomorrow at 1 at Victory Hill Pentecostal Holiness Church, Reverend Chris Hicks and Reverend Jonah Goins officiating, with burial at Gibson Family Cemetery. The family will receive friends this evening, 6 until 8. She attended Victory Hill Pentecostal Holiness Church in Mayodan and was preceded in death by first husband Willie Goins, surviving husband Joel Timothy Goins, children William Brian Goins and Lori, Carrie Goins and Chans, Jasmine Tucker and Jermaine Tucker, and 7 grandchildren. 2 announcements from Colonial Funeral Home. Michael Todd Holcomb, 59, died September 15th. Funeral services are today at 2 at True Gospel Baptist Church in Stuart, with interment in the church cemetery. He was born in Rockingham County and was owner and operator of Smith Mountain Dock and Lodge at Smith Mountain Lake and attended True Gospel Baptist Church. Surviving are wife Donna Lynn Holcomb, son Jesse Hayden Jr., daughters Katina Birch and Ron and Ashley King, father and stepmother Roy Clifton and Shirley Holcomb, brothers Steve Holcomb and Rhonda, and Steve Rogers and Kathy, sisters Sharon Rogers, Stephanie Rogers, and 13 grandchildren. Thomas Eugene Webster, 63, of Madison, died September 15th. A celebration of life will be held Sunday at 5 at the pond on Webster's farm. He was born in Rockingham County. Surviving are wife Melinda Sue Webster, son John Thomas Webster and Christy, daughter Lauren Webster Harder and Brandon, brother Keith Webster and Faye, sisters Sandra Satterfield Henderson and Lydia Webster, and 3 grandchildren. Memorial contributions may be made to Huntsville Community Ballpark or the American Diabetes Association. 2 announcements from Fair Funeral Home. Glenda Annie Mills Lipford, 76, died September 17th. Funeral services are tomorrow at 2 at Draper Christian Church, where she was a member. Visitation today, 6 until 8. Visitation other times at the home of Lisa Purtle on Westfield Crest Road in Eden. She worked at Belt Department Store and Bassett Walker. Surviving sons Ben Franklin Lipford Jr. and Lynn, and William Bill Lipford and Becky. Daughter Lisa Purtle and Tim, all of Eden. 8 grandchildren, 17 great-grandchildren, brother Willie Gordon Mills Jr. and Cecilia of Stoneville, and sister Kathy Grogan and Herman of Eden. She was preceded in death by husband Ben Franklin Lipford Sr. The family extends a special thank you to UNC Rockingham Nursing Center, the ICU department, and Rockingham County Hospice House for their care. Patsy Ann King Craig, 73, of Martinsville, died September 16th. Graveside services are Thursday at 2 at Town Creek Primitive Baptist Church Cemetery in Henry, with visitation Wednesday 5 till 7. She was born in Henry, graduated in 1968 from Franklin County High School, and worked for Walmart in Eden and Mid-End for 23 years. Surviving son Rocky Craig and Michelle, daughter Cindy Craig and Eric, 4 grandchildren, brother Tommy King and Pauline, sisters Brenda Pierce and Brian, Jeanette Bowman and Jane Barham and David, brother Jerry King and Dina, sister Sandy Oliver, and brother John King. 2 announcements from Boone and Cook Funeral Home. Pink Joseph Scales III, 73 of Eden, died September 17th in a boating accident. Arrangements are incomplete. Frank Mason Hopkins Sr., 90 of Stoneville, died September 16th. There are no formal services at this time. He was born in Rockingham County, retired from a career as a truck driver, and attended First Baptist Church of Stoneville. Surviving wife Peggy Jones Hopkins of the home, sons Frank Mason Hopkins Jr. and wife April of Stoneville, and Walter Ellington of Eden. Special daughter Sherry Hopkins of Eden, brothers William Hopkins of Cascade, Fred Hopkins and wife Magdalene of Stoneville, and Abe Hopkins of Eden. 3 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren.